Hi out there, gays, fruit flies, and allies. I am Barrett, Laurie. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Before we get into the topic of the day, which is the 5 things I have learned about chronic illness since last year when I was diagnosed, we're going to take care of that channel maintenance. If you are new here, on this channel we talk about 3 things. Books, reading and writing them. 2, butt stuff. Don't get it twisted, I'm talking about Crohn's disease. 3, we like to have fun with the Gay Agenda video we do every month, and our 2 Fantasy Fairy Book Club videos. If any of that sounds like fun to you, you are going to want to click that subscribe button and ding the bell. The bell gives you notifications every time I upload new content to the channel, which is 2 times every single week. While I am a lot of things, I am not a mind reader. And if you enjoy the content, you'll have to click that like button and leave me a comment below in order for me to know you enjoyed it. If you're not already, head over to the socials. You're going to find me at Barrett_Laurie at Twitter and Instagram. Go ahead and give me a follow, and I look forward to engaging with you on the socials. I was at a Remicade infusion appointment, and I was sort of reminiscing a little bit about what the year has been like and the difference that a year can make in someone suffering from chronic illness. In my case, complex perianal Crohn's disease. I've done several videos about my journey with Crohn's disease. I'm going to link the anal fistula video up here, which really gives a breakdown of my journey from first discovering that I had anal fistulas to the point of being diagnosed with Crohn's. There was quite a window in between, quite a painfully long window. But once the diagnosis came, which was March 9th of 2020, almost immediately, March 25th, I was walking into the infusion center for the first time. And my post yesterday to Instagram, which I'll show you now, was just a picture of me getting my infusion. Here are the 5 things that I learned over the last year working my way through a chronic illness. Number 1, the first thing I'd tell you is that a chronic illness is a marathon, not a sprint. A type A personality like me is going to probably go into your chronic illness thinking, I can beat this. What do I have to do to overcome this? What do I have to do to get back to normal? Well, I hate to tell you, but there is no back to normal, because being in pain, suffering from your chronic illness, whatever the symptoms are that crop up for you, no matter what your illness is, that is your new normal. I know that's not what you want to hear. I know that's not something positive and flowery, but it's the truth. And the sooner you can grasp onto normal for you is the best days you can possibly have while working through a chronic illness, the better off I think you'll be mentally. Number 2, doesn't matter how amazing you thought your insurance company was, until you actually need them, you're not going to have any idea how awful they are. My husband and I have incredible health insurance. He works for a massive company. They have amazing benefits, and yet we have had to fight our insurance company every step of the way for the care that I have received. We have been denied, had to go through appeal after appeal. I have spent the last 4.5 months fighting my insurance company for monthly Remicade infusions. We still haven't gotten it approved. We're on our 4th or 5th round of appeals now. I can't even remember where we're at now. They definitely have denied every single claim along the way. And, you know, for someone suffering from a chronic illness that is brought on by stress, the stress of fighting constant insurance appeals isn't real helpful. So just be prepared for your insurance company is not your friend. And no matter how amazing you think they are, they've only been amazing because you haven't really needed them. Trust and believe it. And you need to be prepared to fight like mad for the treatment that you need. That dovetails into number 3, which is the amount of energy and effort that my husband and I had to put in the first 6 to 7 months we realized I was sick to get me a proper diagnosis. I was misdiagnosed 3 times, put on antibiotics and steroids and all kinds of things that did not help, caused me to gain weight, caused me joint pain. The antibiotics caused me all kinds of side effects, just all kinds of things that happened along the journey because we really were naive to the fact that it's up to the patient to get in your doctor's face sometimes and say, I know you've been telling me it's this, but it's not. And I need you to send me to somebody else who can look at this thing. For me, it was anal fistulas. Again, I'll link that video here. It doesn't matter. This is not a Crohn's thing. This is every person I've talked to with chronic illness has had a misdiagnosis along their journey and has had to fight for their care at some point. And again, that kind of dovetails with the insurance thing because you're going to fight them for your care as well. But it might surprise some out there that your family doctor, who we know and love personally, our family doctor is a personal friend of ours, still, you know, we were in a situation where we had to push him to get us to the right place for for the care I needed. A friend of mine with chronic illness told me that sounded really obvious in theory, but was much harder to do in practice. And that is learning that it's okay to not be okay. And that sounds really simple. And I know we see it all the time in like really cool memes and cute t-shirts and things on Instagram. But we live in a society, especially if you live in the United States, where it's a go, go, go society. The people who cannot go, go, go are weak. And we are seen as strong when we buck up, go against our better judgment, and work through pain, work through being tired, work through being sick. It really is true that if you suffer from a chronic illness, you have to get to a place where you're okay not being okay. And what I mean by that is you're okay telling other people that you're not okay. So, hey, can you come do this thing with me? No, not feeling good today. I'm sorry, I can't. No is a complete sentence. You will have to learn that as somebody battling a chronic illness. Definitely learn that it's okay to not be okay, because you're going to have a lot of not okay days, and that's okay. Number 5, other people's comfort regarding your illness is not your concern. If you listen to nothing else that I say in this video, listen to this one. Anybody who's watched this channel, anybody who's watched any of my butt stuff videos, I get feedback all the time from other people who have Crohn's, especially people who've had anal fistulas, who say things to me like, thank you so much for talking about this. I have been looking for somebody who would honestly talk about how painful these were, how awful they were, didn't know how to talk about it with people. How was I supposed to tell my boss? You have to learn to not give a damn whether or not somebody else is going to be uncomfortable with you talking to them about your illness. You have to be able and willing to talk openly about your illness, what's going on, what kind of pain you're in. There will be people that you work with, that you love, that you're friends with, who will challenge you and ask questions, because especially with my chronic illness, Crohn's disease, we don't look sick. You know, in order for us to look sick, somebody would have to either be Superman and be able to see in my intestines, or in my case with my anal fistulas, I'd have to like hop up on the desk, drop trow, and spread cheek in order for someone to see what was going on. And I don't really think that's appropriate anywhere. The point is, you have to be comfortable enough in your own skin to say, I'm sick, here are my symptoms, here's what's going on, and here's the accommodations I need. You've got to get to a place where you can do that, because other people's comfort with your illness is not your concern. Your concern is, are you getting what you need to get better and have more good days than bad days? That's your concern. My advice to you is get really comfortable with who you are, what you're going through, and practice on family and friends first, talking to them about your illness, and specifically what about it is holding you back. Because that is going to help you prepare for those tough conversations in the workplace, with clients, with colleagues, that you're going to need to have those conversations. It's been a wild year for me. A year ago, I walked into the infusion center. I was terrified. I wondered if this would work for me, the Remicade, the azathioprine, the treatment plan. And I really had this sense of dread. And back then, I wish I could have told me, this is going to make your life so much better. It's going to change your life. You're still going to have bad days. You're still going to have times where you don't feel good and you need to lay around and lay low because your body just can't do like it used to do. And that's okay. And I wish I could have told myself, you're going to lose some people on this journey. You're going to lose some family. You're going to lose some friends. You're going to lose some people who are jerks and don't really get it. That's okay too. All of this is a journey. It's an experience, and chronic illness is forever. There isn't any easy answers. I wish all of you the very best. If you are new here and struggling with a chronic illness and are looking for a safe place to talk, find me over on the socials. Find my DMs either on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. They're all open. Reach out to me. I'm good to respond pretty quickly, and I'm always good to communicate with folks going through and suffering from chronic illness. Because again, I have had so many people who have been kind and caring to me as I've reached out to them for different things, and I want to pay that forward. So if you're going through something and you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. I wish you all the best, and I hope you all stay healthy and well.